Yo, the waiting is over. Yeah. Look, they say boxing is a dead sport. Ashes to ashes, like trash in the alley. Cashes is cashes, which means we could compete. As long as I got breath in my lungs and my 2 feet and a strong heartbeat, we could rumble, young man. Put the gloves in your hands. The talking is over. All that we were arguing over is over. We could sit in silence before the noise and the roars and arena doors open. Before we throw hands, we satisfy the demands. This is for the fans, my legacy, my little mans who looked up at me like, Dad, you're about to hurt them bad. Yo, the shit is serious. The big fish and the fisherman, the old man in the sea. But before you all see the violence and the bloodshed, we can sit in silence. But before you all see the violence and the bloodshed, we can sit in silence. Up off net? Yeah! Yeah! Yes! 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 Up off! Yeah. Y'all know what day it is. Hold up. Y'all know what day it is, huh? Yeah. Yeah. It's Thorough Thursday, baby. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz The Adult. All right, man, look at who we have here. Let me see. Lord Vaughn. Let me see. Just see Dot. What's going on with you? Oops. All right, man. Look, first, I want to say this. Welcome to the Thorough Thursday, everybody. Hasn't been a Thorough Thursday in a while because we usually don't. So let everybody know that we're in here. And this is how you guys can do it. You can close out the chat right now, hit the like, and give it up for the Vaughn Hill.
Bring on lips with a laugh and do the cabbage patch. Kiss a pretty lady and then sign some autographs. The Burnell man can boing boing.
Hit the Tyson bell. So, everybody, my man said my hair looks sick. Thanks, brother. It's a week, but thank you so much. Everybody, please, we're going to sit here and play a game of what if real quick. A game of what if. Time, space, reality. It's more than just a linear path. It's a prism where a single choice can branch out to infinite realities, creating alternate boxing worlds from the ones you know. I am ShowBizz The Adult. Follow me and ponder the question, what if? Let me see. What if it's the WAP? Come on, man. You just ordered yours. Oh, look. That strap season shirt. You got, listen, Errol the True Spence. He had a call to action. Hey, man, can y'all please support the fighters, please? We're losing brain cells. Okay? You guys, I bought my strap season shirt. All right? I bought Aqua Bud shirt. I bought the Smoking on Bud shirt. I bought floor seats at the fight. Bruh, I am supporting this fight as much as I possibly can because I know this. This is the best matchup. The best matchup in the world. But, and it's for undisputed everything, but the biggest problem was, does it make money? So I'm doing everything I can to not just talk the talk, but walk the walk and support these fighters the best way I possibly can. You guys support me. I get super chats every time I go live and all those things. I put that money away. I budgeted a lot of that money, was able to get floor seats, all those things. I'm supporting this fight. I'm going to ask you guys to do the same thing. Get your t-shirts. You guys, cap for each other's fighters, all those things. Well, it's better than comments. Making your money talk is better than comments. Don't steal the fight. Buy the fight pay-per-view. If you really love Errol, if you really love Terrence Crawford, buy their merchandise. Wear it while watching the fight. If you can get tickets, don't just talk, mobilize. All right? Hit the Tyson bell. Mobilize. You want them guys to put their lives at risk for your entertainment? Then give them a reason to. All right? Hit the Tyson bell. Give them a reason to. And that's the Black Two Sugars. Hold on. Let me see. DJ, you made Errol Thursday. LOL. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Let me see. Nothing to figure out. Powerful jab. Good guard. Coming forward with volume. And good feet. You have to outbox. Great boxing. Roll him up and smoke his ass. Okay, here we go. We have a lot to talk about, and we definitely have the receipts. Let me see. Roll out. I'm still upset that Crawford didn't show up with a fishing pole and pro bass fishing hat. Yeah, he should have done that at the press conference. Yeah, because Errol the Broker Spence was out here like, right. So he did what he had to do. Let me see. That shirt looking crispy, and it's so on you. Like, it doesn't even stretch. It's just like pow, and it's just on you. It feels good. It's high quality. Let me see. Flex on him. Hold up. Seep, pow. King Kong ain't got on me. Tim, what's going on? Morning, Biz. I love everything about what Spence said. Yeah, something is different about him. That's just me. No, I think there's a lot of things different about him. He got this fight, right? He feels relieved. I think he feels more relieved than Terrence Crawford, because Terrence Crawford feels he's already a Hall of Famer. He's been undisputed already. Errol the True Spence, though, when you hear him talk, he's like, man, I've been watching these fights from the 70s and 80s. If you're anything like me, looking at the Sugar Ray Leonards, looking at the Terry Norrises, looking at the Mike McCullums, he was talking about all those great fights. And he was like, man, I wanted to be in one of those. I want people to talk about me the way they talked about them. So I think there's an extra passion with Errol. With Terrence Crawford, he's definitely passionate, want to be the best in the world and stuff like that. But at the same time, he was undisputed already. When you talk about the lead up to this fight, Terrence Crawford kind of dumbed down that he needed to fight Errol. Errol was like, I need to fight Terrence. So there is a different thing. And I think now that Errol Spence is here, he seems relieved, and he's trying to prove a point. He's fighting the sanctioning body, saying, where does that money go to? We're risking our lives. He had a near-death experience, right? You got him with the fans. Hey, support us so we can take these risks. There's a lot of, because this fight slowed up because the Mayweather effect. People didn't want to take risks. They didn't want to lose their own. They didn't want all those things. But Errol Spence, now that we're here, this is the platform to say those things. He seems extremely passionate about this in many ways than one, right? And I'm pretty sure Terrence Crawford agrees with a lot of those points, because they seem to like each other, to be honest. It seems there's a mutual respect, but it seemed like they like each other. We Jamaican, we smoke bud, went hard, not gonna lie. Yeah, brother, that did. Spence called Blue Blood. Oh yeah. I saw that. That's hey man, that's between those two brothers, dog. You know me. I ain't messy. I ain't no chismoso. I'm talking about the fights. But yeah, I saw it because I was looking at a Fight Hype, I think, and then that was like, oh. But what you think about Spence said about the sanctioning bodies? It's so funny. I've been speaking with the WBC for a couple days, well, maybe like a day, like a full day. We'll probably speak more about it now. Yeah. I agree with a lot of what Errol Spence said. I just don't know if it's a sanctioning body's responsibility. I'm so ignorant on how that goes. I'm still not smart enough on that end of the business. So I don't know if it's their responsibility to take care of the fighters. I don't think it's anybody's responsibility. That's the thing. Fighters got to give so much, and talking with the WBC, they don't seem threatened by it. They don't seem they seem okay with it, with what he said. I didn't ask if they were okay, but we're talking about it, and it seems like they're okay. They're just trying to enlighten me on the business, on sanctioning bodies and what they do. And I can't repeat what they said because it's not an interview. It's a personal conversation. At the same time, I told you guys about Teofimo Lopez retiring. And one of the statements I made was, this guy got $1 million, right? That's what he said. And if he got $1 million, you take about 40% out of that from taxes off the rip. So that's $600,000. So then his wife, that's his business, but his ex-wife, through the divorce, she gets half. That's $300,000. So the belts that he fought for, the sanctioning bodies, that's a percentage. So you knock down that 300,000 to 200 and something thousand. Then he has to pay his manager. Now that's even steeper into the 200 something. Then you got to pay his trainer. Then you have to pay the venue. Then you have to pay the coach. You got to pay the nutritionist. So now you got T.O. with about 150,000, bruh, out of $1 million. And I saw people say, well, that's more than I make. Yeah, but you're not doing an $1 million+ job. So put it in perspective. If you're doing an $1 million job and somebody gave you $150,000, that shit will hurt, right? That will hurt. So how much money you make? If you make $60,000 a year and then you got a $20,000 check, that stinks, bro. Let alone dipping that much into your million. All right. So yeah, I think that's where Errol Spencer's saying, we're fighting for all these titles, undisputed, right? We're putting our lives on the line for this, and we're paying them to have these things. But what are these things? He started thinking further, like, how does these belts benefit me other than the emotional, spiritual honor of being champion? And that is worth something. It goes towards your legacy. Was he undisputed? Was he this? Was he that? Or do you start devaluing the belts? Because at the same time, nobody gave a damn about a belt when Tank fought Ryan Garcia for no belt at all, and it broke records. So now you got fighters like, Devin the American Dream Haney versus Lomachenko didn't do anything. Right? It did only so many 100,000 pay-per-view. It was right. But out of that, the pay-per-view buys, he had to pay this much for sanctioning fees for undisputed. Lomachenko did too. So I think what has to happen is what's happening with me. I'm being educated by the WBC on what's going on, and I can't repeat these things because I haven't asked them if I can. But I think there has to be a knowledge gap shrinkage between the business and the fan, and definitely mend the relationship between the fighter and the fan, because fighters start looking like they starting to boycott. Fighters are starting to get on a horn and make fights on their own, which I'm all for, right? So you have these situations, man, where it's like, bro, somebody, there has to be a knowledge gap filled, right? People got to understand more. If that means we got to have like some kind of weekly program on TV the way UFC does, when you learn so much with UFC, right? And what boxing has is YouTube, but maybe there should be some kind of network dedicated to boxing where all of these questions are answered, bro, to increase the knowledge of the fan. Because as of right now, bro, sanctioning bodies, my man Spence held the mic like this, and the sanctioning bodies look like bad guys. And everybody else is like, yeah. So it's on. So we got to mend that relationship. Let me see. Facts, I agree. Hit the Tyson bell. Let me see. Biz, you left that too. They seem like brothers, and they both know they're warriors. It's crazy scary because they kill us. Yeah, friends. You know what did Mike Tyson say? We owe each other to fight each other, to elevate our life. Dog, warriors are different. They fight friends like it's no problem. Well, not all of them, because I don't think T.O. and Rolly will fight. All right, hit the Tyson bell. So let's talk. Let's talk. That was a good discussion. Thank you so much for bringing up the conversation. So let's talk. What if wait, we gotta get this right. We gotta get let's play what if. Let's get it right. Let's start over. Time, space, reality. It's more than just a linear path. It's a prism where a single choice can branch out to infinite realities, creating alternate boxing worlds from the ones you know. I am ShowBizz The Adult. Follow me and ponder the question. What if? What if Errol just beats the shit out of Terrence Crawford, dog? I know. Time out. I know, number one, that I've said Errol Spence has won every press conference. The only thing I gave Terrence Crawford was the announcement. I know I'm wearing a strap season shirt. The back is fly, though. The back is cold. I know. All right. And now I'm going live saying, what if Errol Spence beats the shit out? I know. I'm aware. It's not realistic. Okay. Hear me out, because we got the receipts. We got the receipts brought to you by Retro Knockout. The receipts are brought to you by Retro Knockout, the modern day punch out. Hit the link in the description box to visit the Kickstarter to learn more about the game coming out very soon. Here are the receipts. Receipts, motherfucker! Hold on. Jay Cooley, no war room without me. We rolling his ass up July 29th. Bud Pack. Jay Cooley, newsflash. You ain't doing shit. Love you like a play cousin. You doing as much as a Bud fan is doing. Sitting your ass down and watching the fight. You ain't done a damn. Let me see. Must be saying we-ish. I see Crawford get hurt by a body shot from Benavidez. I didn't. In the fourth. I gotta look at that. Let me know Crawford will lose this because Spence will punish the body. Not enough people went to the body of Terrence Crawford. True. I'm going for Crawford, but that's a damn good what if. Okay. Let me tell you something, bruh. Terrence Crawford was on a Breakfast Club, and he said who his hardest fight was. Check this out.
The hardest fight in my career in Gamboa.
Hold on. Your hardest fight was the Mean Machine? Hold on. I ain't fight the Mean Machine, so who am I to laugh at? Mean Machine will knock my eyeball out. But with that said, and Gamboa, hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. I know Terrence Crawford fans gonna whoop my ass. I'm not gonna lie, Biz. I put money on Spence, but the optics of today's show and who won videos, I'm like, damn, did Bud win? All right, Bud's gonna win some shit. Hold on, shaking my damn. just hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second to explain. Oh my God. Yeah, the meme machine dropped Bud, but Bud said it was a push. So he's not even talking about the drop. He's talking about the fight itself. That was the hardest fight. I thought he was going to say, I would have loved it. Who the hell? See, I have no idea who this is. I would have loved it. I would have loved it. I would have loved it if he would have said Showtime. I would have loved it if he would have said Showtime. But when the meme machine is your toughest opponent, my brother, okay, let's listen to why the meme machine was his toughest fight. Let's listen to why. We got the receipts. Hold on, dog. He's very strong. Shit. If the meme machine is very strong, boy, oh boy. Hold on. Let me just go back. One more game. Terrence Crawford killed him with that. Terrence Crawford killed him with that shit. But listen, bro. Listen to me. Hold on. Let me get my exfoliant. I got some super chats right here. Asking where the money goes. I love that. Oh, you talking about the sanctioning bodies? Yeah. Let me see. Yo, family, off topic. I got to tell y'all this. I met somebody who looked just like a Tuskegee Airman. Brother, I don't know if that's funny or I'm talking about is you ain't my best. Stop. All right, so look. And Terrence Crawford's natural was strong. I hope he doesn't grow his hair out any further. I hope he just keep that natural with the beard, that old 1960s look. I love it to death. But look at here, bro. Look at here. When I saw Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, when they faced off, a meme machine is strong. Spence must be the Hulk. I'm saying, hold on. Because you said Gamboa was your toughest opponent. Listen. When I saw them face off, let me just break down why I said this what if. And I saw how much bigger Errol Spence was than Terrence Crawford. Errol Spence looked about 5'10". Terrence Crawford about 5. He's about 5'8" straight up. I thought they were closer in size. I really did. When they walked up to each other, I thought they were closer in size. And it started to make me think. I went to the head. And I know I probably shouldn't, but I went to the head, bruh. And it made me think about how much of a good fight I thought Mikey Garcia and Terrence Crawford would be. When they looked like they could fight. When Mikey, I'm talking about like at 140, 135. I remember going to the head being like Mikey Garcia versus Terrence Crawford would be one hell of a fight. And for him to say Gamboa was one of his toughest fights, I'm like, okay, that solidifies what I was talking about. But Mikey Garcia and Terrence Crawford being a good fight, Mikey Garcia was way too small for Errol Spence. Just hear me out. Man, Danny Swift Garcia was almost too small for Errol. And Danny Swift Garcia can punch like no joke. He's probably the hardest puncher before one time hurt his elbow. Like, before one time hurt his elbow is probably one time. But Danny Swift Garcia, the hardest puncher there. And it just made me think, this is why Terrence Crawford is talking about Errol Spence is talking about breaking him. This is why Errol Spence feels he can steamroll him. Because Errol Spence has been there with smaller guys like Mikey Garcia, Danny Swift Garcia, Lamont Peterson, smaller, quicker. He's been there. Right? Your Dennis Ugas. Don't forget, your Dennis Ugas moved up. He ended up being a big kid, but he moved up. So if you look at Mikey Garcia, very technically sound, top what was he, ranked 4 or top 4 pound for pound in the world when Errol the True Spence fought him. Lamont Peterson and Danny Swift Garcia had that war. Danny Swift Garcia, you know what his record looked like, better than Terrence Bud Crawford's, right? And then you look at your Dennis Ugas and what Errol Spence did to them. I start to wonder, is Terrence Crawford going to be that much different? I'm just asking. I'm just asking, bro. I'm just asking. It made me say, what if this fight is actually easier than I was imagining? Wait, Biz, that scared me. Crawford going in with a killer mentality. Why not? Why can't I hurt Errol? Or Sean Porter was smaller too. Sean Porter was a big kid. Like Sean Porter used to fight at middleweight. Sean Porter was just, he's thick. He's short though. He's thick though. Let me see. Pause. Sandor said his body hurt for weeks after Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia was a problem. So Biz just compared Bud to the Garcias. No. First of all, that's not that funny. Oh no, that's not that funny. It's really not. If you look at Danny Swift Garcia, what's the difference? Now, okay, you said I think Bud is skillfully better. I know y'all get moist, so y'all just put up. So I love that you brought this up so I don't have to read this later and say I wish I would have gotten to it. Look, who's a more skillful fighter to me, Terrence Bud Crawford or Danny Swift Garcia? Crawford. But who had a better career? Who had a better career as far as who fought the best guys? You tell me right now. You tripping, Biz. I know. You tell me who fought the better guys. You tell me who fought a better Amir Khan? Danny Swift Garcia or Terrence Crawford? You tell me. You tell me who fought the better guys. Who fought a better Amir Khan? Right now. You tell me. Tell me right now. You tell me right now. Who fought the better guys? Danny ain't beat nobody at 147. Who fought the better guys? You tell me. That's my point, Biz. Crawford was bullying Sean. Look at the fight again. Sean was like, damn. Look at Usyk and H. He beat Sean Porter. He beat Sean Porter. Damn, they getting there. They're getting moist. True facts. Who fought Matisse? Keith one time Thurman. Let me see. Crawford should have paid me and Sadate to write him some comebacks for the LA press conference. Funny as hell. Funny as hell. Yo, Danny Swift Garcia by far has a better resume than Terrence Bud Crawford. It ain't even close, bro. So there's talent and there's battle tested. So I'm not saying Danny Swift Garcia is better than Terrence Bud Crawford, because to me, he's not. But I'm saying don't throw Danny Swift Garcia away. That's one hell of a guy to dominate. That's one hell of a guy to dominate after being thrown from your Ferrari and being out the game for 18 months. That's one hell of a guy to dominate. Biz, Porter K gave up. I don't even know for sure. Sup, Biz? Did you see? No, I'm not Chismoso. This ain't TMZ. I'm a grown ass man. I don't jump into other guys' business and stuff like that. Yeah, y'all gonna have to go to a round table full of like chicks on the reality TV thing. That's not what I do. I talk boxing. But hit the Tyson bell. That's one hell of a thing for Errol Spence. So I'm just saying collectively, when Errol Spence, it's kind of like when somebody asked me who wins between Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson. No, he never fought Mike Tyson, but he fought somebody short with a great left hook in Frazier. He fought bullies who are very powerful in Sonny Liston and George Foreman, right? And he fought Ernie Shavers. He fought somebody with peekaboo style and Floyd Patterson. So I can put that together and say, okay, I think Ali can handle Mike Tyson. I can put that together. So what I'm saying, the reason why I'm asking what if this is an easy fight is because he fought the highly technical and skillful guy smaller than him in Mikey Garcia. He fought great counterpunchers who could knock you out like Danny Swift Garcia. He fought guys with a good jab, big, strong guys at the top of their game like Kell Brook. He fought Showtime Sean Porter. So I'm saying you can put those guys together. And when I looked at Terrence Bud Crawford and what he said as his hardest fight.
The hardest fight in my career in Gamboa.
And he says the Mean Machine and Gamboa. And I look at Errol Spence. I'm like, okay. What if this fight is easier than we think? What's going to be the excuse if Bud wins? You're not talking to me. You're talking to them. So talk to them. For me, I'm going to be like, Terrence Crawford, boom, yay. Terrence Crawford whipped his ass. That guy's one of the greatest fighters ever, and I can't wait for him to move up and become 3-time undisputed, because if he could beat Errol Spence, he probably would beat Charlo's ass. That's me. But, you know, you got to talk to fanboys. You got to talk to fanboys. I'm just asking you a question. I know we're playing a what if. Let me see. The thing that makes this 50-50 for me is Crawford has never fought a pressure fighter like Spence, but Spence always fights people who try to get in wars with him. Crawford will be more calculated. Crawford will get in a war. He always does. He will get in a war. It's beyond me, people shitting on Danny Swift Garcia. I don't know why. But listen, they will mix it up. They will get in the war. Terrence Crawford too much of a dog. He's going to try to box, but there's not enough ring. He ain't going to run either. That ain't Crawford. Crawford will spin you, but he ain't running nowhere. So they're going to end up swinging at each other. But I'm just asking you. I'm asking you. Terrence Crawford is a fantastic fighter. But the question will be, when it comes to fight night, and I'm going to be there, the question is he as great as it seems? That's why I'm asking, what if it's an easy fight? You can eyeball him. You can eyeball him, right? If you look at Prince, right? If you look at Prince Ahmed, if you look at him, you'll think that's the best fighter you ever seen. Barrera whipped his ass. So the question is, who has he fought? Biz, reverse it. The question is, who has he fought? Let me see. Flex on him. Seep, pow. King Kong ain't got on me. Mikey is 5'6". Sean is 5'7". Yeah, he's every bit. Crawford's 5'8". Spence is 5'10". He's 5'9.5". He's like 5'10". Let's not forget that Spence has always been more a talker than Bud, especially when drunk. I'm not. We're talking about fists. We're not talking about talking. We're talking about fists, though. We're talking about, you know, they did say those things, but now we're examining those things. We're talking about in the ring. All right. Don't get fists mixed up with mouth. EJ said is a fight for older people. Yeah. He said it's for us. Let me see. Compare Postal to EJ and Craw versus Craw. P had a nice jab too. Postal, come on, brother. It's not just a jab. It's not just a jab. It's in here. It's in here. That's why you're wondering who has he fought, because you want a great fighter. That's why Errol Spence says stuff like, when I fought Sean Porter, he was a champion. When I fought Kell Brook, he was a champion. It's harder to beat them when they're champions. That's why. Oh, let me see. Flex on him. Seep, pow. King Kong ain't got on me. Let me break this down. Crawford has more in his bag in fighting ability and skill level. Yep. But Spence is basic, more fundamentally sound. Never really getting damage. Okay. Plus, he has beaten harder opposition with relative ease. What I'm saying is the experience, being there and being taken there. Gamboa. Let me see. Flex on him. Seep, pow. King Kong ain't got on me. Everybody, make sure you hit the like. There's 1,300 people in here. Close out the chat. Please hit the like. Let me see. Biz, I'm a fan of both. Great. But people be hyping Errol's power. Okay. He's fighting guys who sit there and takes punishment. I don't agree. Bud gets them the F out of there. My money's on Bud, just my opinion. Okay, Perry, this is how I look at it. But Bud named his hardest fights, but weren't that hard. Exactly. That's even worse. Biz, I still can't believe we are getting this fight. What a year of boxing, 100%. Let me tell you the difference between that. How can I put this with their power? People talk about Errol's power. I think Errol has more power than Terrence Crawford. I think Terrence Crawford is a better knockout artist, though. I say the same thing with Wilder and Ernie Shavers. Errol Spence, he dims your light. He dims your light permanently. He doesn't in you. He dims your light permanently. You're never the same after Errol Spence. He dims that shit permanently. Terrence Crawford shuts your lights out temporarily. So it's really one of the two is going to happen, if not both. Errol Spence dims your light permanently. That's why we're calling him Errol the Broker Spence. He breaks you. While Terrence Crawford, he shuts your lights out temporarily. That's the difference. He knocks every welterweight out. He knocked them all out. You got to ask, who are they, though? But he stopped them all. He didn't knock out Sean Porter, but he stopped him. Let me see. He has a belt, and he crossed the street. Time to catch a whale. There you go, brother. I think Crawford is bigger. Everybody's still dropping bars. Huh? I think Crawford is bigger than Porter. He looked more solid and hits harder, and Porter touched Spence a whole lot. Think Bud hits that button early. Yeah, I think Bud catches Errol. I think he's just too sharp. I think he catches him. Let me see. Ugas was the bigger fighter and still got broke down. I don't think Ugas was the bigger fighter. I don't think he was bigger. I don't think he was actually a bigger man than Errol Spence. I think Errol Spence a bigger man than him. He had a big ass head though. Let me see. Spence hits harder, but a better KO artist. I agree. Bud's a better KO artist. Right. Spence hits harder. Bud's a better KO artist. If Bud had Spence's resume, it would be a cake and would be seen as the GOAT. This matchup, this matchup is insane, and they can just take my money from my pockets. Facts. Let me see. Bud KO Loki. Spence ends career Thanos. The mere fact Bud chose fights in 2014 says how easy it's been ever since. Remember, he also said he got out of character with the Mean Machine too. He did say that. Errol Spence, look at the fighters he fought, right? Let's just flex on him. Seep, pow. King Kong ain't got on me. This was the fastest 40 minutes ever. This is the type of fight where so many experts will get the call wrong, get it right. Biz, my bag is dependent on you. No pressure, brother. I'm about to put $1,000 on Errol Spence knocking out Terrence Crawford right now. But y'all, I ain't got that kind of time. Nope, I ain't got that kind of time. I'm about to put, I ain't even got $1,000. Oh, I done bet so much of my money already. I'm about to put 500. I'm about to put 500 on the knockout right now. Y'all over here think I'm capping all the time a little too much. I'm about to put. Can I do the fight props? I'm scared as hell. I'm about to do it right now. I'm about to lose my $500 right now. I'm about to lose all my $500 right now. I'm about to lose my $500 right now. Can y'all see? Can y'all see loud and clear? Let me see. People are overemphasizing the size. Spence not that much bigger than Crawford. I think he is. It'll boil down to adjustments, and Crawford is more capable of doing so. Well, I think Hearns was more capable of adjusting than Hagler. We'll just see, bro. Let's keep it real. Spence only chance is his size. I don't think that's the case. Spence can fight at 160 plus. He is a weight bully. No such thing. That means Terrence Crawford been a weight bully his whole career, except for that welterweight. He needs to move up. No, he needs to fight Crawford for undisputed. That's why this fight is so big. Crawford is smaller. It's a smaller guy, but the better boxer. But Crawford is going to move up to 154. So we got to figure out what you're saying, my brother. But here, let's go. Errol Spence, right? Y'all, let me put this 100 on there for 400. Woo! I'll put that 100 down. I'll put that 100 down. Wait a minute. You thought I was just going to put it, you thought I was capping? You thought I was capping? Another $100. Another $100 for the Errol Spence knockout. Hold on. Is that $300? That's $300. I'm saying, brother, I ain't playing no games. What do I have in my socks? What do I have in my damn socks? Another $100? I got that in my socks. Hey, right here. What do I have in my drawers? Another one. Right here. That's $500. That's a $200 payout for Elder Truth. Oh, and my man Cheese just backed me. Hold on. Cheese just gave me $100. Oh, Lord. Cheese just on him.
Cheese. His name is Cheese.
They say they don't fuck with me, but
Bling bling. King Kong ain't got
On Cheese. On him. Seep. Left hand on you. Pow. King Kong ain't got on Cheese. A ball, man. All right, man, look. Putting our money where our mouths is. You think we playing games? I just made the same bet right now. That's what I'm talking about. BETUS on BetUS, bigger, easier to use and safe. Because I'm going to tell you, unlike everybody else, we trying to get to the money.
Everybody, man. I think I'm getting too much money.
Let me see. Just a reminder, I got Terrence, because he has better instincts. Good point. But if they serve him wrong, like in that Gamboa fight, it might be a long night. Man, all I know is I'm going to have bubble guts. I done put $1,500 on the guy already. Let me see. Okay, Sidney Dean, LOL. Let me see. LLC, Browns LLC, best part of your name. I seen Crawford get rocked by Gamboa at that shows me everything I need for the fight. He's not going to be able to withstand Spence's punches. Crawford's best win is Kell Brook, and Spence beat him first. His best win is Showtime Sean Porter, in my opinion. 100%. I think Kell Brook was already a broken spirit by then. Let me see. I don't know, Biz. Spence been through a lot of wars. I don't know. Terrence not taking as much punishment. Yep. Might play a part. And Spence might get broken down in that fight. Facts. Ain't nothing I can do now. I already put $500. What do you want me to do now? What do you want me to do now? It's all effed up now. Let me see, Biz. I think Spence might be special. He can box just as good as Crawford. That's debatable. And he's the smarter than Crawford. Brother, you had me. You had me till you start capping, brother. That's you talking about IQ in the ring? Man, and I think that will help him walk down Crawford. Hey, everybody's entitled to. Let me give you love for your opinion, brother. You came out there, though.
There ain't no way that you're gonna sit us down.
That brother said smarter and all kinds of oh shit. Oh shit. But still, But still, there was no way I was going to make a bet today with the strap season shirt on. Let me see. Errol is putting Crawford in the dirt. Look, I got some more to talk about. Crawford talks about Ugas, and he spits the most facts you'll ever hear. When Ugas beat him in amateurs, check this out.
You talking about a fight that my career professional?
No excuses. He's right. Terrence Crawford's right. He's right. Number one, you can't say Errol Spence beating Ugas in the pros is equivalent to when Terrence Crawford was a kid. He's right. He's really right. Fighting Ugas. All right. He's not saying he didn't fight him. Number two, Ugas is a Cuban fighter. In a time when they weren't fighting, they didn't fight in the pros. So the amateurs was what they did. That's why they so good in the Olympics and stuff like that. They prepare for amateur fighting. That's why Keyshawn Davis lost to a Cuban. But as a pro, he ain't ready for it. Keyshawn has a pro style. A lot of those guys are trained. They were trained to win in an amateur level. American fighters are trained to get experience as an amateur but to be a great pro. That's why Iron Mike Tyson whipped Tillman in the pros, but not in the amateurs. Tyson had a pro style. So yeah, Shakur Stevenson lost to Ramirez, right? We'll see what happens in the pros, though. He lost right there in front of everybody on the big stage in the Olympics. But we'll see what happens in the pros. It's not excuses. It's a true way to think about it. Let me see. Errol is putting Crawford in the dirt. Let me see. The fight is going to be a roller coaster. I can see it resembling Shane Mosley and De La Hoya. I think Crawford will come out on top. But he will look like he's been in a war. Yeah, like I said, Errol Spence dim your light. Terrence Crawford will not be the same in a rematch. All right. Terrence Crawford, though, he shuts your light. See, I wouldn't be surprised if Terrence Crawford catches Errol and Errol is night-night. I wouldn't be surprised by that at all. Let me see. Bud fought Brook when he was that Blue Magic. When he fought Kell Brook. Yeah. Bud lost to Ugas Young. Spence whooped footed Young. What's okay? Spence whooped Ugas Young. What's up? No, I think the whole thing is the amateurs and the pros. Let me see. Thank you so much, my brother. I love Crawford. Floyd. What? Oh, Errol beat Floyd Young. That was good. I don't even think Errol was 18 yet when he beat Floyd. I got you. So he's go back to his point. Bud lost to Ugas Young. Spence whooped Floyd Young. Yeah, that was pretty solid. But Errol didn't do much in the amateur stuff. He did a lot, but right, he didn't make the Olympics, right? Let me see. Why don't people notice you bet the odds on a 50-50? I don't know. I bet on the knockout though, so that was plus 400. Let me see. Biz, you notice how neither of them said they go knock out each other? I know, because they don't want that expectation. That's hard. I'm gonna knock his ass out, and all of a sudden you sleep. It's like, yeah, that's embarrassing. This fight is that good. Yeah, one flex on him. My dog's barking. Seep, pow. King Kong ain't got on me. Keep my wife's name. Yes. Roger that. I'm whacking 300 on the okay. Usyk lost to Porter in amateurs. Yep. Let me see. When Bud was told Porter was up on the cards, Bud looked surprised. Came out the next round and stopped him with the quickness. Bud's mind is different. You got to be ready for that. And Errol knows that. It's going to be on. When Errol turns up, Bud's going to turn up. So that's why Bud ain't going to box him all night. They're going to scrap. Everyone lost to a Cubano coming up. Yeah, brother. That amateurs is too much. Crawford, I feel like needs to bully him and press. Yeah, he don't have to bully him to press though. He can beat him with footwork and press. He can step forward, spin, jab, step forward, spin. What's up, bro? He in the room. Let me see. Crawford moves around better than Garcia, though. Yeah, I didn't say they were the same fighter. Let me see. I want to see how Bud handles EJ's activity work rate. Yeah, he's going to have to fight with him. That's why I said a fight's going to break out, because he's going to have to increase his volume. He can't do and dictate like Terrence does. Let me see. Not the same fight, but it's like Canelo versus Bivol. Timing is hard with that activity. I get you. Errol Spence shoot more jabs than Terrence Crawford throw punches. You know that? It's been man down with me from the beginning, but the Taylor T.O. fight opened my eyes. A little ring rust, layoff, ability to switch can be an issue. Definitely. But T.O. seems to have always been a bad matchup for Taylor, if you look at that fight, and I thought so from the beginning. Sadate said Bud lost to a comb a few months back. Hey, look. That dude, I'll tell you this. The way his fro is matted and patted down, his fro and comb, that small tooth comb, are best friends, bro. Right now, they are best friends. I got some more to talk about, though. I think Spence is going to make it easy than people think. Spence dictates the pace every fight. Crawford allows others to dictate the pace. For my money, I hope so. All right, everybody. Let's talk a little Canelo Alvarez. We talked about Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford for an hour. Let's talk a little Canelo. Yeah. Where the Canelo fans at? They like, damn it. Let's talk a little Canelo. Just a little bit. There's 1,400 people in here. Just a little bit. Remember when I was talking about how Benavidez offered that $50 million to Canelo, and if he doesn't take it, Charles Edward Cheese, you ready? It's a Dacarone pizza. Biz, if you can, you must visit La Vinca in Cuba. Okay, bet. Bro, what were people saying? It wasn't a real offer? Hey, did people say it wasn't a real offer? They said because the PBC didn't say that it was a real offer. Do y'all remember that? Well, do y'all know Punch Drunk? He's hilarious. That man messed around and cornered Steven Espinoza and asked him a fantastic question. And the video's out and nobody's looking at it, but I saw it. And Steven Espinoza says that it was an official offer backed by Showtime and the PBC. I got the receipts from Punch Drunk. Check this out.
David Benavidez's team said they sent the contract to Canelo Alvarez. How official is that, or that was just talk?
No, it really was official. I mean, look, Samson is a co-promoter, so he is, that is an official offer, and it's clearly backed. It's clearly backed by PBC and Showtime. It's clearly backed by PBC and Showtime. So it was a very real offer. And look, I don't blame Canelo. He's out there. He's exploring every option before he makes a decision. I don't blame him for that.
I don't want to hear shit. I agree with you, but I was refereeing the Garcia comment about size. It's going to be a hell of a fight. Yeah, I can't wait. It is going to be a hell of a fight for sure. Let me see. I like hot sauce and duck sauce on my Chinese food. Bruh, Daryl. Bruh, everybody, Greenmount. Hey. Hey. I don't want to hear shit. That hairline's crazy. Oh yeah, that's he's a super villain. That hairline, since he needs to come on home. Steven Espinoza, love you like a play cut. You know, me and Steven, that's my guy. That's my guy. And I'm gonna see him at the fight. And I'm gonna tell Steven, hey brother, you gotta come on home. You gotta come on home. Let me see. Bruh turning down 50 million is crazy. Charles Edward Cheese. He didn't even want to open the email. Yo, he didn't respond to it or nothing. It's his highest payday to defend undisputed against a fighter everyone's demanding. Nobody's demanding Badu Jack. No one's demanding Jamal Charlo. It's a fight. And Dave Morrell, he said his team, not Dave Morrell. Dave Morrell want to fight Benavidez, but his team said Morrell ain't ready yet. His trainer said he ain't ready for Benavidez yet. And I feel him. Because when I look at Morrell, I'm like, he's green as shit. So now Benavidez don't even have a fight. He ain't even got a fight. He's looking for a fight. Dog, look at the fight he's looking for, though. It's pissing me the hell off. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Samantha Canella Alvarez. Stop. It's quack season. It's not quack season, dog. Ever had a Mexican pizza? Listen, y'all. Check out the fight that they talking about. Get that shit out of here. Humming McGee, love you like a play cuz. And if they can't get Canelo, then go ahead and do your thing. If you can't get Canelo, then go ahead. Charles Edward Cheese. Charles. If you can't get Canelo, do your thing. But Canelo, forget Badu. This is my last time, Canelo. Listen. And look at the Canelo fanboys left. Now, how y'all gonna leave now? No, bring their asses back. Hit the like. Soon as I start talking about Canelo, 30 people left. If y'all don't get y'all soft, come on home. Come back home. Come to the war room. I haven't followed your coverage. So when you say duck, do we actually think Canelo is afraid? Not afraid of Benavidez, or does Canelo just have other priorities? He doesn't even have priorities. He just doesn't want to fight him for whatever reason. Always said Canelo looked like a Ninja Turtle. Funny. Bring it. Everybody hit the like. Nello put that email in spam folder. Yeah, he did. Let me see. Canelo already lost his. Oh, he might as well fight. I'm saying that seems to be the most lucrative fight and good for boxing. If Canelo fights him flat-footed, then he better pack a lunch. Yeah. Well, my thing is this. Win, lose, or draw is best for Canelo's legacy. He can lose and it'd be better for Canelo. Then people don't realize this. If Canelo fights David Benavidez and lose, it'd be better for him than to fight Badu Jack at 40-year-old Badu Jack for a trinket. Bro, people don't realize how astute the boxing fan is. They don't give a shit. You fight a 40-year-old Badu Jack for at a catchweight for a belt, it doesn't mean more than David Benavidez. It doesn't mean more, bro. It does not mean more. It doesn't. It does not. Who beat Sebastian Fundora? Who beat Sebastian Fundora? What's his name? Who beat Sebastian Fundora? I forgot his name. Anyway, what's more important? Errol Spence moving up to fight him? Get a regular title or something? Mendoza. He moves up and fight Mendoza, get a regular title, or fight Terrence Bud Crawford for undisputed. You all know what it is. With the fight that's demanded from the people who dictate how great you are and your legacy is, the fight that the people are demanding is David Benavidez. David, listen, bro. Listen. One, y'all did everything y'all had to do. Y'all offered him some money, $50 million, his highest pay. It was supported by Showtime, supported by the PBC. It was a real offer. Canelo, you got to respond. Nobody wants that Badu Jack shit. Nobody wants Jamal Charlo unless it's packaged with David Benavidez. We need Canelo versus David Benavidez. And I don't know how there is a Canelo fan in the world who wants him to fight Badu Jack over David Benavidez. I don't know how there is a Canelo fan in the world unless you're afraid for him. I don't know how. Or you can be weird and manipulative. Let me protect that he's going to do it, so let me take up for him doing it, because I need to take up for Canelo. I'm talking about, what do you want to watch? What do you prefer? Not how much I can be in love with Canelo. What fight do you prefer? Benavidez. You know it's Benavidez. You know it's not Badu Jack, bro. Let me see. Canelo is despicable. In immortal words of Daffy Duck. 100% despic. Bud Beard looked like some black spray painted SOS pads, and Spence up here looking like the wrestler named IRS come on July 29th. As a Canelo fanboy, fan of boxing, I agree, Biz. Duck. My thing is, if we keep calling it a duckaroni pizza, we may just get the fight we want. Don't worry about Canelo's feelings. He's one of the richest athletes ever. He's fine. Don't worry about his feelings. He's a grown-ass man. But if we can, everybody send those pizza emojis to his Twitter. It's a duckaroni pizza. We don't want anything else but for you to respond to David Benavidez. We don't want that Jaime Munguia shit. We want Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez on Mexican Independence Day. That'd be great for the sport. That'd be great for your legacy. That'd be great for Mexico. That'd be great for everything. Let me see. I don't know why Canelo just won't fight David. David's aggressive style is made for Canelo, in my opinion. Throw them in the 18-foot ring. Let's go. I'm saying, he told Boo Boo Andre, you're boring. Your style's boring. Get that. Okay, David Benavidez isn't. And he's the #1 contender, and he fought Caleb Plant just like you did. There is no reason. Now, everybody give me a reason why Canelo should duck. Give me a reason. Can't be money, it's his highest pay. Can't be that it wasn't a real offer. We just saw that it was. Give me a reason. Give me a reason. It can't be stylistically. It can't be that he ain't ready. He beat Caleb Plant. He was champion before. Give me a reason. He ain't fighting Bivol. Bivol turned that down. Bivol is not. So who else? It ain't the money. It ain't that there's somebody else that's demanded more. It's like Loma, Devin Haney, and Teofimo Lopez. He didn't duck Devin Haney by fighting Teofimo Lopez to unify his belts. I'm saying, when you talk about duck, that means there's no other option, no other rational or logical option. I can't think of one. Let me see. I can't think of one, bruh. And we got 1,400 people in here. Ah! Hold up. Next order.
Cheese. His name is Cheese.
They say they don't fuck with me, but
Bling bling.
King Kong ain't got
On J. Next order. Seep. Left hand on you. Pow. King Kong ain't got on J's. We have to say, brother. Hey, yo, is Spence slow? Slow. Or is it his teeth? Oh, you mean? No, hell, he's definitely, no, hell no. Spence is extremely smart and extremely witty. You saw their verbal attack when Spence said, oh, that's that wet. We don't smoke wet over here. Like, he just got that southern drawl. Like, he's one of, I got cousins who talk just like that. I got cousins who talk very, like, lazily, but smart. He's extremely intelligent, witty, and creative. Thank you so much, Charles Edward Cheese. Everybody, hold on. Charles Edward Cheese. Next order.
Cheese. His name is Cheese.
they say they don't fuck with me, but
Bling bling.
King Kong ain't got
On J. And you know what? I always joke, but I ain't got much jokes for his teeth. I really don't, because I'm happy that brother's alive. I really don't have that kind of, you know what I mean? It's like if a ball spot in the back of Terrence Crawford's head from that bullet shot. I can't roast that ball. That's ridiculous. Brother, the fact that you're here, bro. Let me see. David Benavidez versus Dave Morrell, best fight at 168. Canelo Alvarez versus that. Don't try to take the focus off of Canelo. You know, if Canelo versus Benavidez was announced, that'd be the shit for the world, bro. You know that. You know that. Don't try to lie to everybody. We're not stupid. Let me see. Will you vlog when you go to Buzz Spence fight? I think a little bit. But I'm showing up as a fan and as a brand. But I'm not going to show up as a media. I'm showing up as ShowBizz The Adult. I'm going to have my wifey with me, and we're going to watch the damn fight, have some drinks, and have a good time. You know what I mean? I'm going to say what's up to some fighters. What up, boy? You know, make sure I'm good. Keep my head on the swivel. Let me see. Canelo fighting a man that wears the pants. See what I'm saying? He won't get the respect. $1 trillion. Let me see. He doesn't want to lose to a fellow Mexican. That's what they're saying. I don't totally know that to be the case. Let me see. Biz, who do you think the rematch clause is for? Both of them. It's for both of them. It's for the fans. Who is it for? The fans. So we can get that fight again. Oh my God, get paid again. I told you guys the money is in the rematch. When they were talking about making that fight years ago and everyone was saying there's no money in the fight, I said, dude, give them what they want. Even if it's 50-50, give them what they want, because the money's in the rematch. Once people see the product, see how great of a fight it was, right? It's just like, why do you think Gotti and Ward fought 3 times? Because the money was in the rematch. The first fight, nobody thought Gotti Ward was going to be that. When they saw that shit, they were able to up the money for the rematch. And then the trilogy was even more. That's how you do it. Let me see. I don't want to hear about ducking when PBC lets Tank fight Shakur. When PBC lets Tank fight Shakur or Haney, PBC loves, what is this? Keeping their fighters undefeated. PBC, what is this? Who gives a shit? Who cares about PBC? Those my brothers. But who cares about the PBC Matchroom? Who cares about Golden Boy? Who cares about Top Rank? I just want to see fights, bro. I ain't got that kind of time to. Do you know who Al Heyman is? Do you know what he looks like? I don't. If when I go to the fight, Al Heyman gonna walk right past me. I'm gonna be like, "What up, brother? Excuse me." I have no idea what, you know what I mean. Why are you so wrapped up in promotion companies, or they're not even promotion company, advisory group, or whatever they are, an association? I mean, Top Rank, all them guys. I don't give a shit. Let me see. Canelo do the running man, Alvarez, LOL. See, I want to see the fights. Let me see. Biz, if you hear, yo, Biz, let me get a drop. Run. Uh-oh. Yeah, time to get out of there. Everyone giving us the fights we want except Canelo. It's Canelo's time. Scrooge McDuck versus Jack Badudu. No, nobody's gonna. No one loves that fight. No one but Eddie Hearn. Canelo can't beat David after last performance. No, not that Canelo, but I think I hope he'll be a better Canelo. At least David versus David is still one hell of a fight. It is. David versus Benavidez versus Jaime Munguia is a good fight. It's a fun fight. I'm talking about Canelo. I'm a bigger fan of Canelo than David Benavidez all day long. I'm a bigger fan of Canelo than Morrell. I'm a bigger fan of Canelo than most of the fighters today, which is why I want, as a Canelo fan, for him to be taking them all on. That's what I love to see. That's why I was a Gotti fan. He's fighting who? Damn, that boy Pacquiao. He's fighting who? Floyd's fighting who? He's fighting Canelo. Evander Holyfield fighting. They gave me the fights. I don't love to just see them to see them. Hey, I love seeing Canelo. No, I love seeing the fight, how he fights and who he fights against. Canelo, give me what I want. You're a great fighter. Fight David Benavidez so I can be anxious, so I can be scared for you, so there can be drama. You ain't living if there's no drama. Y'all Canelo fans just want to see his freckles. I just want to see him standing there. Hey, he won another one. That's, bruh, what are y'all on? You a boxing fan or not? See, flex on him. Hold on. Flex on him.
Cheese. His name is Cheese.
They say they don't fuck with me, but
Bling bling.
King Kong ain't got
On Jay. Flex on him. Seep. Left hand on you. Pow. King Kong ain't got on Jay's. Okay, my bad, War Room. Oh, they got on you? Sorry, I'll do better. Flex on him.
Cheese. His name is Cheese.
they say they don't fuck with me, but
Bling bling.
King Kong ain't got
On Jay. Canelo with the Bishop from Juice one time. You need to start snatching them collars and let those motherfuckers know you're ready to take them out anytime you feel like it. You better get the ground beneath your feet, partner. Get the wind behind your back and go out to the blaze if you got to. Otherwise, you ain't shit. Might as well be dead your damn self. Let me see. I'm not sure if that was what you were looking for, but I gave you that one. Canelo Benavidez is Venezuela too. Tell him. Yeah. Usain Bolt Alvarez. They're roasting. Make sure y'all send that to us. Any response from Eddie Reynoso. Who is your favorite top 5 female boxers? I guess everybody that we know. As long as Cecilia Brækhus is lacing up the gloves, I'm a Cecilia Brækhus fan. Clarissa Shields, all right. Savannah Marshall, that girl's cold. Yam Gardner and Katie Taylor. Well, Amanda Serrano. Damn. Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. Yam Gardner is probably 6. She's probably 6. Let me see. Canelo not fighting Mexican is BS. He fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Beat the shit out. Yes, Lord. BS Spence has been in dangerous accidents. Does that play in the favor of the counter, or do you believe Spence not damaged some? What compared to I don't like the way Spence been looking for his mouthpiece since he been in the car accident, and I made that video. Spence looking down for his mouthpiece and the mouthpiece flying out and him looking around and shit. I'm just looking for his teeth. I just think psychologically it affects him. I told you chins are mental, and not just chins, everything. It's not 100% mental, but it's mental too. That's why it's so much harder to knock out a champion. It was hard to knock out Muhammad Ali. Why? He had a big, massive chin? No. He got up quick. It's mental. A lot of it is mental, bro. Floyd Mayweather shouldn't have survived that shit with Sugar Shane Mosley. No way, no how. And he shouldn't have came back stronger the next round. He came back like a demon. It's mental. So him looking like, oh man, my teeth. You can't. Terrence Crawford going to knock your ass out. He's going to knock your ass out doing that. And that's the Black Two Sugars. He will knock your ass out doing that, bro. That's my problem with the whole, man, forget, hey, bro, it's easy for me to say forget your teeth. With your brother fight, forget all that. It'll be dope. Honestly, people may troll you, so I can't speak for everybody. But for me, it'll be dope. If you saw Errol Spence at the end of the fight, all shit gone. Just won. He won and he's bleeding. He's just like, yo, fuck, hey, I'll go to the dentist tomorrow. I'll be like, yo, that was cold. If he won just teeth missing, I'll be like, go ahead, boy. Yeah, I don't give a damn. Let me see. Grass in his hair. For some reason, got grass in his hair. Grass in his hair, teeth missing, a scab on his foot. Y'all saw the scab on Terrence Crawford's elbow? I didn't bring that up. Terrence Crawford had a fresh gash right here. That lets me know he's been wrestling, doing a lot of clinching in his sparring, in his training. Good shit. Let me see. Canelo has gassed out his last 3 fights consistently. Right. David output only increases. That's why him and his team don't want to fight. Yeah. By looking at Canelo, his last couple fights, I got David Benavidez. I do. But Canelo's greater than David. So sometimes that greatness is that X factor. So we'll see. I mean, no, we may never see. Everybody's given Benavidez the nod, but he haven't faced a fighter close to Canelo. You're absolutely right. That's what I'm saying. Canelo's greatness may put him over Benavidez at the end of the day. Flex on him. See, see, pow. King Kong ain't got on me. I don't got cheese money, but here you go, Biz. Thank you, my brother. I'll never forget. You still hit the heavy bag like Rolly. I do. Hold on, I got more to talk about. Spence needs to borrow Porter's mouthpiece. Yeah, I know. That was a joke. That was a joke I said. That's my fault. That's like, but no more jokes. That was no joke of a cut on, but I swear before Lord, that guy's been in wars. But here's the last thing we're going to discuss, and then I'm out of here. Teofimo Lopez. You heard what Teofimo Lopez said about Tank Davis? What he said about everything. Teofimo Lopez was dropping bars. Check this out.
Yeah, I am. I think the reason why I'm walking away is
That
not
competitive fire is not in there, man?
it's not about the competitiveness. I could beat those guys if it was just those guys that I'm fighting. I'm fighting the referee, I'm fighting the judges, I'm fighting their cornermen, and I'm fighting the commentators.
I king, I do or die king. I take purple to the head like a Viking.
If I sign another contract, this is how I see it. Let's say I sign a contract. Let's say with Tank, and we face each other. They'll find a way to postpone the fight and keep postponing the fight, having me wait my time. And if I pull out, what's everybody gonna say? Teofimo pulled out.
Don't forget the rehydration clause he likes to do on guys.
That's a pussy move.
I know, I agree.
Tank, hold up. Javante, you a fucking pussy. You are a bitch.
Brandon got the cannon that'll knock your blocking socks off. Jewels that'll fool you, fools that'll do you.
I don't care what anybody says. You can be all that rah-rah thug life and scream and jock your head on Chief Keith Sosa. Man, with your dick sucker lips.
Got two bras in the pool that'll screw you. Who knew that I'll hold the tool that blew through?
Pause. 2. Yeah. Obviously, he has to fight the judges, but it's a little backlash for, the remarks you made about killing people, black comments, all those things. But with Tank and the rehydration clause, nobody likes that shit. Tank, are you watching, brother? None of us like that shit, bro. Everybody, in order to fight you, there's a rehydration clause because you're short or whatever. Look, Tank, bro. Tank, come on, dog. Just stop it. Right. Because honestly, I would have been pissed. I would have been pissed if Terrence Crawford wanted a rehydration clause on Errol Spence. And that's the Black Two Sugars. And if you look at the size difference, you can actually see why Terrence Crawford would consider something like that. But he didn't do it. Right? Teofimo Lopez, no rehydration clause against Josh Taylor. I mean, you're going to fight at that class, fight at the class, man. You fight at 140 against the champion, you fight at 140 against the champion. Y'all fight at the catch weight, fight at the catch weight. But no, they signed it, so they agreed to it, fine. Good shit. But at the end of the day, the people can still judge the way they want to. And the people are like, I'm not feeling it. It is what it is. Let me see. Or he could have been humping on the carpet. Oh! Flex on him!
Cheese. His name is Cheese.
They say they don't fuck with me, but
Bling, bling.
King Kong ain't got
On Jay. Denzel was going in. Flex on him. Seep. Left hand on you. Pow. King Kong ain't got on Cheese. What do you have to say, Cheese? The legend. We ain't giving him the nod, man. We just want to see it because Canelo, because of those belts Nello came off the scales. Right. He didn't beat David Benavidez, but he lost it. He lost the belt, so that was a responsibility. But what Charles Edward Cheese is saying, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit who wins. That's what Cheese is saying. give him the nod. What are you talking about? Y'all the ones that's trying to say Canelo would beat him anyway. I'm not about the anyway. Hey, Spider-Man, the Spider-Man multiverse movie is a good movie, so you ain't got to see it. No, I want to see it still. Great movie. Okay, I want to see it. Canelo Alvarez would beat David Benavidez. I want to see it. I want to see the fight. Whoever wins, that's Fugazi anyway. Teofimo Lopez against Josh Taylor, they had 115, 113 on 2 cards. I watched Lomachenko beat Devin the American Dream Haney. I saw him beat him. But Devin the American Dream Haney got a fight. I watched Cattle Raw beat the shit out of Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor undisputed. So really the results are starting to get, I'm into the fight. And that's where the truth is. The fight. And I want to see how Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez, how that story plans out. Is that such a crime? Give it up for my man Charles Edward Cheese one more time.
on him.
Cheese. His name is Cheese.
They say they don't fuck with me, but
Bling bling. King Kong ain't got
On Jay. Effective grappling and hand fighting would be a key factor in the Spencer versus. I agree. I have been saying that since the fight was announced. Oh, I don't recall that, but I'm pretty sure you've been saying that, brother, and I totally agree. And Terrence Crawford will win that because he's a wrestler. So this guy here is inspiration.
flex on him.
Cheese. His name is Cheese.
they say they don't fuck with me, but
Bling bling. King Kong ain't got
On Jay. Flex on him. I read what he said. Seep. Left hand on you. Pow. King Kong ain't got. On Jay's giving that $500. Cheese. He just funded the $500 bet. That I bet on Errol Spence to knock out Terrence Crawford. Everybody give. I see what the brother's doing. Everybody give Charles Edward Cheese.
flex on him.
Cheese. His name is Cheese.
they say they don't fuck with me, but
Bling bling. King Kong ain't got
On Jay. Someone please tell him it's these interviews, bro. The receipts are always there, and they're there forever. Let me see. Okay, that's David's lack of discipline. The booger sugar and all that. I was never feeling that. Charles Edward Cheese. I am so happy in the pit of my stomach. Roll out. T.O. Inner Scarface came out when he called Tank. Dude, this is keep my wife's name West. Ain't nothing but a gangster party. Hit the Tyson Bell. Flex on him. My man West. Seep. Pow. King Kong ain't got on me. West. All he did was to the super stick. Oh my God. Here we go. Daryl. I'm not saying T.O. would beat Tank. I wouldn't say that either. But T.O. has a knack for getting up for those big fights. Something to take into consideration. It'll be a great fight. I just think Tank is greater. But they're very similar. They're very similar. I'll tell you this, that fight would never happen. Not at 140. Never. Unless there's a reality. That fight would never happen. Look, Tank ain't fighting at 140. The fight would never happen. Never. Now, Ryan Garcia called out T.O. and T.O. deleted the DM. He called him a clout chaser. But the thing is, Ryan Garcia sent that as a DM. It wasn't public. So it wasn't clout chasing. He won that fight. But T.O.'s retired. So T.O. realized that boxing is a hurt business. Chris Eubanks Sr. said it best. It's a con man game. Yeah, T.O. is fighting the business the way Conor McGregor kind of did with the UFC for a minute, the way Henry Cejudo did, John Jones. I think it's a protest. Let me see. Greg said Tank is watching him from the set. Stop. None of my damn business. None of my damn business. Let me see. Flex on him. Seep. Pow. King Kong ain't got on me. Why is we ignore that? Ryan Garcia, I had options. 135, no rehydration or catch weight and rehydration. He chose the latter. Yeah. But the fact that those were options is what we're talking about. It's like, why not just catch weight? I mean, it's just why 135, no rehydration, catch weight. Just agree. I mean, okay, we'll meet in the middle. Catch weight with hydration. You're just taking up for Tank no matter what. Yeah, he wanted to fight Tank that bad, and Tank knew that. You want to fight me this bad, put yourself at a huge disadvantage. It is what it is. It's just that if the fighters are like, that's some BS, you gotta listen to the fighters sometimes. Let me see. I've always wanted Tank versus TO would be box office. It ain't gonna happen, bro, unless there's a rehydration clause. Jay, thank you so much, my brother. It won't happen unless there's a catch weight rehydration clause. It won't happen, bro. It won't happen, no matter how much you want it. Dude, thank you guys. Charles Edward Cheese, West, all of you guys. Who else we have? I think a guy named Robert Justice. Thank you so much for all your donations and super chats. Thank you so much. And you guys funded that strap season bet. That was amazing, right? So the community actually bet that money. That was amazing. Let me see. I need some mustache jokes. Nope, we're not. So thank you guys. Bless. Thank you guys so much for showing up and showing out. Tomorrow is the Facts Friday. I don't think I have to do something on Saturday for the movie, for the role. So hopefully I come back and maybe call a fight. But I'm leaving early on Saturday, so I have some stuff I have to do. All right. ShowBizz Adult. Thank you guys for showing up and showing out. And I'm out. Huh. Oh, before I go, I want to say this. Make sure you guys support your favorite fighter. Get their shirts. I got all their shirts. All right. Hopefully Buzz comes in today. Okay. Get their shirts. Buy the fight pay-per-view. Like Errol Spence said, I'm going to echo what he said. Let those in the black suits know that fighters can be rewarded for taking risks. All right. He said it so beautifully. Jones was fighting that Booger Sugar, not the UFC. This guy, him and Sadate, DJ Dixon, him and Sadate is problem. I'm out.